everyone, Blue Star Saber here once again to discuss My Hero Academia, joined by Lucky G. Hello, Lucky G.
We need to get some facts straight, Blue. I'm in the middle of drinking some pomegranate juice, and we just went live. What the hell? No, I'm joking. Y'all know the drill. Blue Star has to be ripped at some point during our discussion, so I figured, let's just do it early because.
Yay! Oh well.
And if this was back in April, it'd be far worse. So luckily, we've avoided April.
I see. Oh yeah, I remember. I can remember why now. Yes. But anyway, yes. Anyway, so we're here to discuss My Hero Academia chapter 320, which hopefully will be a lot quicker than last time. We had to discuss 318 and 319. Because somebody...
It's still kind of hard to believe that we're already 320 chapters deep. I mean, I still remember when the series was just at, what was it, like chapter 1?
Let's see. For me, I remember when it was just barely not over 100, but yeah. But yeah, it's been about 8 years now and all that stuff. Speaking of which, One Piece has been going on for 24 years, which I still need to review the latest chapter for that. But
I think it's 7 years, I think it's 7.
I think it was...
Yeah, it is 7.
Okay, 7 years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. 3 more years, and it'll be as long as when Naruto's at its peak. Let's hope the same's not the case with My Hero Academia. But
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, because if you end up jinxing it, well, wait till the finale podcast goes, and then. Well,
oh boy. But anyway,
you've heard it here, folks. Blue Star has set it on record. So if something happens, just look back to this discussion for 320.
But yeah, anyway, let's should get this one done quickly, because unlike last time, I don't want you bailing on me a third of the way through the stream, and I have to keep narrating.
Well, to be fair, on the last discussion, we did start it pretty late, so there's that.
All right, but fine, but yes. Anyway, My Hero Academia 319, Deku versus... Right, I mean 320. Deku versus Class A. It's finally here. Fight we've all been waiting for. At least since the last few chapters, but yeah. But anyway, before we start, we'll do My Hero Academia to continue its 70th anniversary with 3 different cover pages. Instead of just regular manga panels being colored, it's gone back to the comic book. The comic book homage issue covers, of which it does with Shonen Jump comics and all that stuff. To be based on superhero comics Marvel and DC. For this one, we have, it appears to be Tsuyu standing on some sort of wall or something like that in the rain, and apparently licking what appears to be one of her tears. Now,
frog-like.
Let's see, frog-like, or if you want to go Spider-Man pose, depending on who you ask. But yeah,
kinda.
But anyway, I believe you said before we went on to discuss this chapter, Lucky Chi, you said you had a little mini rant on this cover page.
Okay, it's not okay. Call it a nitpick. The color page itself, I think, is cool. It's a really cool color page. I just think because it's called Deku versus Class 1A, I think it would have made more sense for the color page to be more centered around that than seeing this. But that's just my 2 cents on it.
That does seem like that's what we were expecting, though.
I don't know about you, Blue, but I think this color page in particular just seems a little out of place. I mean, I get where you get the color page given where the chapter ends, but I was like, I don't know. That's not the color page I would have used.
I guess so, though. Perhaps maybe this is implying that Tsuyu has a much more bigger role in this fight than you and I expected. But let's see. But we'll get into that a bit later. So anyway, the chapter officially begins with damn it, I'm scrolling too fast.
You're good.
Let's see. So what this is scrolling thing is just anyway, the chapter begins with Ida staring down Midoriya, thinking about how he once he knows that Midoriya, once he set his mind on something, he will refuse to stop, showing just how much Ida knows about Midoriya. Let's see, because sometimes I feel like Ida's been well, particularly in the last saga, Ida's been a bit in the background, really.
Yeah, so that's I do like that. That okay, we're actually getting a little more focused to some of the other characters that kind of didn't feel that relevant per se.
Ida, from my remembering, was only really focused on during like the hero license exams, the joint training battle, and towards the end of the war arc, really. But yeah.
Yeah.
In the last saga, but who knows? But hopefully this saga he has a lot more focus on. But yeah, but let's see. But this is definitely a follow up for what I think is like with like the whole the original hideout raid arc from the first saga.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But anyway, Bakugo ends up going about how he's heard about how Midoriya has unlocked the users from 4th to 6th, which probably implies that Class 1A does not know that Midoriya has unlocked the 3rd users, which might actually be done for Midoriya's advantage in the fight. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Let's see, but yeah. But anyway, as he's saying that, Midoriya's getting into sort of like battle-ready pose thing. I don't know. He's really starting to remind me of what Naruto was like in his Four Tails mode for some reason.
I don't know if I call it that necessarily. I mean, I can get where you're coming from, but
yeah, it's like
it reminds me of something else, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I've seen that particular stance before. I was gonna say Doc Ock, which the
maybe,
but
maybe Superior Spider-Man, possibly, or let's see, maybe Carnage or Venom, really in the comic books.
Maybe Carnage. I think Carnage would be.
But yeah, but I suppose I should probably be a bit more clear. I think when I'm referring to like the Naruto Four Tails thing, it looks like it looked like Midoriya going in through like that with shonen protagonists when they usually have monsters inside them, going into sort of monster mode, like Naruto with the 9 tails or Ichigo with his hollow.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So it's like, but yeah. Let's see. I think he even gets some sort of like fourth wall reference from, Bakugo talking about how Midoriya seems to be drawn very differently from them now.
Which, okay, I like that we're kind of getting these little things back. Because I know primarily the fourth wall breaking aspect was kind of lost in the Rise of the Villain saga. So I do like that we're kind of getting this little fourth wall breaking.
It was mostly going back and forth between when All Might was transforming with like when he was like in his all powerful mode, he was like drawn in Western style comics. But
yeah,
here it seems Midoriya is being drawn as well, edgy comics or something maybe, or that or edgy manga. But yeah, but of course Bakugo has to call Midoriya a damn nerd. Let's see, Midoriya's thanking him for coming for him, but he ends up activating a smoke screen to attempt to escape, with Bakugo going straight right at him. Let's see, with the others being covered. With Uraraka commenting that's the 6th power, which this is also the last we see of, Ida and Uraraka for this chapter, but we'll get more into that a bit later.
Deku said, screw Class 1A, I'm doing my own thing.
I guess you could say that's the simplest way to say it, but yeah. Anyway, Bakugo uses a landmine blast. Let's see, with Bakugo just mocking Midoriya about how he doesn't want to fight and just sneak off or chat. And going up and making fun about how Midoriya seems to now think he's one of the old powerful big shots, that he just sees the rest of us as non-playable characters and all that stuff. Or, background extras, depending on which translation you read.
That's pretty accurate, actually. I'm just... I'm having way too much fun with these.
It seems to be... Indeed you are, Lucky Two. But anyway, just as Midoriya is escaping, he is now surrounded by birds, and it's revealed that, let's see...
Coda? Is it Coda? I think it might be Coda.
Let me just get Class 1A wiki... Class 1A on the wiki out, because that's the only way I'm going to remember every minor character's names. I know that's kind of sad. I mean,
that is sad. How long have you been with the series now, Blue? Like 6 years?
Since 2016. 2020.
Okay, 5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, 2016 to 2017. So 5 to 4 years. But But yeah, I guess let's see. I guess let's see. I've gotten more. I guess let's see for me. But yeah, it's Coda. But yeah,
It is
sorry.
Coda. Yeah, no. It says right here.
I can remember. I think given enough time, I could probably remember all the names. But let's see, at least Class 1A. But with like the more wider cast of My Hero, yeah, I'm gonna definitely need the wiki. Because there's no way I'm going to remember every single character's name that also has superhero's name.
I was going to say this, like, if you go to the next panel, he does say Coda. So that is his name.
But yeah, it's Coda. My mistake there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry. Let's see. The only characters' names, manga series names I remembered of all the characters was pretty much Naruto because of how much of a diehard fan I was back then. But, well, probably not now with Boruto, but yeah.
I don't know. You were pretty good with Attack on Titan also, so I wouldn't say you don't remember every series.
But yeah. But so yeah, Coda ends up saying that that the teacher said that Midoriya could come back to school, or particularly the principal, asking him if you can hear him, saying the principal's ready to welcome him back and he can stop running away. However, Midoriya just says sorry and tries to use the black whip from his back, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Closer image.
That's very symbiote-like, I'll say.
Yeah, rather than Spider-Man-like. So it seems Black Whip might be a bit more symbiote-like than.
Which I'm totally fine with. That's actually.
But yeah. Cool. Since well, to be fair, the fifth user does look like Daredevil, so it's like this is more like anti-hero stuff. But yeah, he uses it to grab onto a building and run away to try and run away. However, Zero intercepts with his tape. And talks about how freaky he is about that black whip of his and all that stuff. And comments about how no wonder people are scared of Midoriya when he saves them. Which, to be fair, with Midoriya's current look, he looks more like a villain than a hero.
I mean, I'll say this. It's his best look yet, but it's ironic. He's helping people, but the way he looks like, let's back away.
Yeah, not his best state of mind, but yeah. And we get a little bit of a flashback of when Sarah was teaching Midoriya how to use Black Whip, in which, as well as Uraraka. Let's see my mistake here. That we have one other panel with Uraraka here, but it's a flashback of
probably teaching. Did they show this in that?
Yeah, I think they showed this in the. I think they did show this in the war, but
that's what I figured. Okay. Yeah,
I think this is when he was teaching them both to use the Uraraka, her long range gadget that she had equipped, and Midoriya Black Whip.
Yeah.
But Midoriya's, I think, karate chops the the tape that Sarah has, but then gets attacked by Jiro with a heat beat wall sound wave attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So for anybody who thought Jiro was only relevant for the Culture Festival arc, it shows.
Yeah, I'll get to that though. Midoriya, I think, manages to dodge attack, but it seems like we're finally getting some payoff to why that arc was important with Jiro talking about, even though he says that this might not matter in the long thing, but tries to remember how he helped her organize the notes for the school festival. It really helped them back. With Midoriya remembering what she said. But particularly about how some people call this a useless hobby. But and all that stuff, but she's got something to prove.
Every one of you guys who thought the Culture Festival arc wasn't good, say sorry. I'm gonna say that right now. Now, can we get gentle? That's the only other thing I want to say. We got to call back to that. Can we get a call back to gentle? Okay, we did get a call back to gentle, but can we see him?
But it looks like this chapter is finally evaluating. The cultural sports festival. The cultural festival arc that you've defended for so long, Lucky Chi. Mm-hmm. And you're reveling in every single second of it.
Hey, when I get the chance, I have to.
I'm aware. I'm probably the same when it comes to my stuff, but yeah.
Joint training arc.
Let's see. I don't think that's yet to be properly built off of yet, but I keep reminding you, Lucky Chi, I did not say that it was my favorite. I said it could potentially have been. Unfortunately, it proved me wrong at the time.
And it's on record, guys. Just go back to the Joint Training Arc podcast, and you will see what me and Sparta did that day. It was glorious.
I have still yet to fully watch that just because of how painful, and I did not really enjoy it that much. But but I'm probably gonna have to when you finally do that season 5 podcast. But anyway, we're getting off topic here.
I mean, semi off topic, I'll say, but keep going.
But yeah, let's see. Jiro commenting about it might not seem like much. She appreciates it, and then suddenly, let's see, Tail Man or Ojiro.
Oh, Jiro, that's what it was.
I mean, he is so plain that you could probably forget about him.
I remembered Ojiro, and then just a second, I was like, I just had the name, and then it just slipped. But yeah, Ojiro.
Sorry, let's remember this is just a recurring joke about how Ojiro is just so plain and boring, which apparently, funny enough, he's not that popular in the Western fan base, but in Japan, apparently he's quite well liked.
It's the tail.
So it's got, I don't know, cultural differences, I'd probably have to say, but yeah. I know, but my biggest source for this is apparently TV tropes, and I don't fully trust them, but yeah. But yeah, he uses Tornado Tail Dance to grab Midoriya with his tail. Trying to say to Midoriya, remember all that stuff that what happened with Shinso and what he said about being mad on Ojiro's behalf?
Yeah.
Ojiro then says, due to something like that, how can he sit back when only his friend is fighting and running himself ragged out here? With Midoriya responding how his presence is a danger to everyone, thinking about what happened to Ayazara, Gran Torino, and even Bakugo during the last fight, and how he cannot let One for All take them all away from him, and that's why he says he had to leave with him, just as he's breaking free from the tail grip. Tokoyami charges in with his flying move from Dark Shadow, I think. I forgot.
Yep.
Frost Dark Shadow, I think. That might be the current attack that he's doing with that. Dark Fallen Angel, I think it's called the move.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Fallen Angel move with attack called Dark Frost. Or just Frost Dark Shadow, but yeah. They crash into an abandoned building with Sugar Man grabbing, or if you want to go by his actual name, Sato.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing onto both, Jiro and Ojiro, with Jiro commenting how he's gotten way too strong. And was it Ojiro commenting about his strength of will as well. So yeah, now, this is probably one of the only few. This is probably the only panel of which you have a Class 1A hero not actually directly fighting Midoriya that's had a bit of a role in the chapter. Instead, he's just being a support of rescuing his friends, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, but he goes but he ends up telling Midoriya to open his eyes about he might have some special power, but and they all understand how we feel as they feel the same way. And tries to remind him of what Koda said about going back to UA. And if he doesn't do that, and this is probably going to break your heart, Lucky Chi, if Midoriya doesn't listen to him and all that stuff, he'll never lend him any food dye for Eri's candy apples again.
That is tragic. Will he actually do it? I don't know. Deku so far. He's been showing a lot of resentment. And like I said, there's a chance he can go back, and I have no doubt he's gonna go back. But like I said, I do think this is a little too soon.
That's it, I guess. But yeah, but these words will definitely break your heart, Lucky Chi. As Midoriya saying that's just fine, as Eri doesn't need him, and it doesn't have to be him, and it's for all those who love the Midoriya and Eri interactions, it's they're beating hearts.
He has crossed the dark side, folks. He said, nope, I'm not doing that.
It's how could you do this to Eri?
I'm telling you, get him a black suit. That's all he's missing. He just needs that symbiote costume. That's all Deku needs at this point.
But anyway, as Midoriya is landing on some wall, it reveals that behind him is actually a contraption made by Momo. I've said the name right, yeah. Momo Yaruso, yeah.
Yep.
Apparently she's Ritzy completed a sleeping device thing, but yeah, let's see. But she says like she tries to inform Midoriya that we intend to they all intended to join him in his efforts, and they've been authorized to use their quirks to aid Endeavor and the other heroes. But however, this mission is to ensure his safety. So this might be This is an interesting form of dialogue. So it might be that if they do stick with Midoriya around, they might not go back to school just yet. So it's mean like they'll join Midoriya in his exile, perhaps, maybe.
Which I'll say this, and when I read that part, I was like, well, okay, it wouldn't exactly be that they'd go back after this, but
this is probably something I would figure. Let's see. But this is probably perhaps later in the discussion when we're actually doing the proper reviews and discussion things. But yeah. Let's see. As Midoriya realizes it's a machine to put him to sleep, he quickly headbutts his way out of it, telling them to stop wasting their time on him and to get us to leave him alone. However, Denki ends up or Kaminari ends up grabbing onto him, saying not a chance and all that stuff. And even though he realizes his mission is important and that stuff, but he has something more important in his life. And even though he and him don't have many things in common, since, well, Denki's more of Minetta's partner in crime, but though a lot more tamed, if you will.
Hey. Denki is cool.
I know. I'm aware. I'm aware, but I'm aware of that.
You like Electro, but the good version of Electro.
Yeah, of course. I'm not implying that anywhere near as bad as Mineta. But that doesn't mean he won't get into the same mischief, particularly like when they tricked all the girls in 1A to wear the cheerleaders' outfits.
This is fair.
Let's see, but yeah. Let's see. But he comments about how we're still his friend, and even if they have to force this down his throat and all that stuff. Okay, this is starting to remind me a little bit of Naruto and Sasuke a little, but...
You know what this is? No. My initial thought, this is what was going on in my head. I was like, Deku was probably just thinking, like, I've seen Fairy Tail. That shit's not going to work on me.
Well, it depends if, like... well, My Hero Academia has never made it clear if any of the manga that Shonen Jump publish or other mangas are published are actually exist in verse, but who knows?
Well, they don't, but I could just imagine him just breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. Nope. Who knows? Perhaps Shonen Jump is waiting to see if they can do a crossover with one of their mangas first, but yeah.
Keep going.
Anyway, let's see. Mezzo Shoji, ends up grabbing Midoriya with his tentacle, wrapping around him and Denki.
Yep.
With some insulation tape that Yazuro has made with his tentacles. His tentacles. And he comments about how Midoriya once said, a lineup like this might even give All Might a scare. And apparently that's what you said during the attack on the training camp. It's been a while since I've read that arc, so I need to probably take a look at that. But I think that I need to figure out the summer camp one, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta reread that one too. It's been forever.
Yeah, I think this might have been when they were safeguarding Bakugo, but yeah. But that was the time when Midoriya interacted with Soji. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Tokoyami ends up joining in with with Dark Shadow to indulge in the darkness, as he will. We're using a move called Ragnarok Womb. Let's see Tokoyami saying about how reproducing Dark Shadow's offense into a defense sort of service was a concept that was birthed due to Midoriya during the Spots training festival, as we get that sort of scene when we finally revealed who Midoriya picked as like their fourth member of their team during that thing.
A lot of callbacks, but
yeah.
Unlike Naruto, and I know we've been bringing that up a lot, but unlike Naruto, we're only getting one panels of each thing, which I think is effective in that sense.
But we'll probably get more into this about with My Hero and Naruto a bit later in the more proper discussion. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, with Shoji saying, "How do you just see us only as victims, Midoriya, and all that stuff?" And with Denki probably saying the funniest line, in the entire chapter, saying, "Don't you miss having a bath and all that stuff? Don't you miss bathing? You need to have a bath, Midoriya." Let's see,
Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I don't think Deku's taken a shower once since.
yeah,
It's implied that he hasn't taken a shower, but
well, I think a previous chapter talked about how he's covered in blood and smells of it.
yeah.
Let's see. But Midoriya just tries to just thinks to them, saying, "Please stop," and eventually he breaks free and flying past the All Might statue with the "Now I am not here" thing, with him screaming all that stuff.
He said, "No, I'm escaping."
With Tokoyami commenting about how he managed to pry apart his bindings of Ragnarok, which seems to be his most powerful form of attack and defense when it comes to like his Dark Shadow.
I just realized if you look at Dark Shadow's crying.
Huh. Yeah, it's like, "I failed you, Tokoyami."
Yes, no, go back to the cell.
With Midoriya just shouting out, "Just stop, everyone stop already," and commenting, thinking now, it's like, he gets why they were worried about him. Let's see. And he knows that deep down in the heart, and he knows that for a fact because he senses no real danger or malice for him, as the danger sense quirk has not been alerted once, because he's and all that stuff. So now he's just saying, "Please, just get away from him," just begging. And as we kind of see, it seems his mask has been ripped off.
I know. What the hell?
Let's see. And I can't tell if Midoriya is actually crying in these panels or not. It doesn't look like it, but I don't know. The art is just so detailed. I can't.
Well, okay. I want to say maybe the tears. If you notice, like that little line that's coming out, I want to say that could be the tears. It looks like either that or the little bit that's streaming down from his face. It's one of the two.
But he's just like, but he ends up saying, "I'm begging you. I mean it. I'm fine." However, Shoto ends up using a heaven-piercing ice wall. Let's see.
I was wondering where you were.
Yeah.
I was like 2 chapters in. I'm like, well, where is this guy?
And let's see, probably like the biggest ice wall I've seen perhaps Shoto do since the sports festival.
Right.
Let's see, but yeah, well, it's more of a pillar really. But Midoriya's trapped inside it. Let's see, with Midoriya then looking up with what Shoto is saying about what's with that look on his face, about how the responsibility he's got, can't even allow him to cry. And he ends up commenting like, "It seems like a burden you should share with the rest of us." And let's see, the chapter ends with Tsuyu sticking onto a wall, saying Midoriya, with what Midoriya is and all that stuff, saying not so fast. And she comments about from like when she was crying last time about, after the whole thing with like the hideout radar, saying about how I'm not reaping and moping around anymore, when she was a bit upset about what Midoriya and the others did, and then she wondered if she went a bit too far or something. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember. This was like after they moved. No, was this after they moved into the dorms? I want to say it was.
It's just when they were moving into the dorms.
That's what I figured. Yeah, that's what it was.
I can't remember the full details of the conversation, but I really need to look back into that. But yeah,
I need to reread the UA beginning saga. It's been so long.
But yeah. But it's like she's not weeping and moping around anymore because Midoriya matters to her about how he's his friend, her friend, and that when he's scared, and when we're scared, we tremble together and all that stuff. And everyone cries. Everyone cries together when times are tough. And if he's dead set on becoming some comic book superhero, then Class A won't let you live that fantasy alone. And the chapter ends with her saying that in the rain and all that stuff. And that's the end of the chapter.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Blimey, my summaries are getting really long because we're now nearly 30 minutes in. But blimey.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them, Deku. You don't need them. Do what you gotta do. The solo act is perfect.
Wow, everyone knows what your thoughts are on the whole thing, but yeah.
I need a joke. Okay, the jokes are they make the world go round. So,
but yeah, quite what a chapter of the fight. And let's see. So yeah, I just like how everyone uses all those. Let's see, at least everyone that's at least shown in this fight, which is well, let's see, Koda, Saro, Jiro, Ojiro.
There's one person we're missing, and I just realized that.
Let's see,
we're missing a Hagakura. That's the one we're missing.
let's see, hold on, let's see, That's the
invisible girl.
Oh yeah, invisible girl. Let's see, that's the only one. Let's see, but then again, she's invisible.
Well, she's still got clothes on. It's not like she's completely invisible.
But yeah, let's see, Momo Yazuroro. Let's see, and Denki and Tokoyame.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and let's see, Shoji, and then let's see, I suppose.
Wait, Mineta's not there either.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Shoto and Suyu, they each comment on something that Midoriya did with them during their time in UA and all that stuff. Okay, granted. Granted, maybe except Momo Yazuru, because she was just commenting more on the mission thing. But let's see, most of everyone that was like, took a part in the currently chase down fight, which I think it was expected that Midoriya would be trying to escape rather than fight them.
Yeah.
But each of them have, said something of what everyone of like something that Midoriya did to help them out, or just a time when they were like friends and all that stuff. For the most part, like, okay, granted, code, let's see, and all that stuff, like, which I guess goes to show that one of the common criticisms that I have heard about My Hero Academia is like too much of a big cast and there's not enough time for Midoriya to develop friendships, but Kohei has at least done really one interaction with Midoriya and everyone from Class 1A. There's a few that are probably Midoriya has yet to really interact with, but even if it's big or small, it's been brought up, and let's see, the members of Class 1A are trying to use it. So it's like,
I'd honestly say that's the biggest strength of the chapter is seeing how he's affected all the members of Class 1A.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, in many ways, even though at the time Midoriya has done with them is short, I will say it's probably a lot more effective than what, Naruto had with the K11.
What? You're saying Naruto didn't have deep, genuine moments in with the Konoha 11, but the anime showed a lot of it. Blue, don't you remember all the filler? That's canon. That means that he had those moments with them, right?
Let's see. The only ones he really had moments with were like Shikamaru, Neji, Kiba, Choji.
I was mainly pulling your leg on that one.
Yeah, but Midoriya only had like a few interactions with some of them, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But with some of the other ones, not so much that you kind of wish Kishimoto, but this is a bit more of Kishimoto making the mistake of like underplaying the K11 during like part 2.
That's what happened That's what happens when your overall focus of part 2 is on Sasuke.
That does seem to be the case, but yeah. Anyway, I'd like how. But yeah, even though I can understand the criticism with My Hero Academia with a large cast and not enough time for Midoriya to form deep bonds with them, let's see, Koei has managed to done like with what he can with the interactions and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite being, of course, Jiro with the sports festival.
Yeah.
Which you've already went on a bit, which is probably why the summary was so long for a bit, but yeah.
Hey, I gotta interject my thoughts at certain points. It's what I do.
So yeah, I like that. Let's see. There was also a bit of fourth wall break. Let's see. I have to admit, one thing I will admit I was a bit disappointed at was the fact that you didn't really see Uraraka and Ida join in when it looked like from the last panel that they were going to lead the charge. But okay, Bakugo.
Here's what I think. I think Koei's saving something for Ochiko, because I always think back to that interview he did when he mentioned how Ochiko's going to have something to do in this final act. So
yeah. Clearly, he's waiting for like the final moments of this, probably the final moments of the fight for those two to get in. But yeah, which is fine. It's like For this one, it's mostly just getting everyone in Class 1A into a role in what they do. Let's see. I like how and I also like how they try to intercept Midoriya with the attacks, and how Midoriya tries to counter them with Code of the Birds. Midoriya tries to use like the Black Whip in the symbiote way. So intercepting that with Midoriya just using Karate Chop. Let's see, Jiro using like the Soundwave attack, and then with Ojo trying to grab. Let's see, whenever Midoriya moves to one place, another member of Class 1A is intercepting, as you will.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But yeah, I like how they're just trying to like, let us help you, Midoriya. And he's like, just leave me alone. I don't want what happened in the walk to happen to you all. Because clearly he's still a bit traumatized from that fight. And not to mention what All for One has said.
You know what? I hate to break Deku's heart, but someone's going to die. I'm calling it right now. Someone's going to die. Both mentor and student. Somebody. I'm not going to say, I can't say how many are going to die, but someone's going to lose their life for sure. I'm already predicting that.
But anyway, let's see. But yeah, so yeah. But like I said earlier, the funniest line is definitely from Denki with like the whole, let's see, you need a bath.
You know what I think, Blue?
What?
Let's give Mineta a super badass moment at the cost of his life.
All right. Fair enough. I also thought he was going to imply that Mineta's going to get a badass moment of trying to stuck Midoriya down with his sticky balls next chapter. But yeah. But yeah, I like all the attacks that everyone's using against Midoriya. Particularly, I like how Mama Yazuroso tried to use that machine to put Midoriya to sleep.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, would probably have been quite effective if not for Midoriya's super strength. I also like the sort of teamwork combination between Shoji, Denki, and Momo Yazuroso with giving him like those let's see
how many more quirks does he have left? That's what I want to remember.
And Tokoyami trying to capture Midoriya in like a sort of womb kind of thing, with Denki just probably trying to electrocute him. Of course, Midoriya breaks free. So what's the question?
I was going to ask, how many more quirks does Deku have left to unlock?
That's what the second users. That's the only one left to unlock.
That makes me wonder. Then, do you think with what's happening right now, he'll unlock it? Because I feel like that could be something.
I don't know that. Let's see. We do know that the first user is agreeing with Midoriya's current mindset at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, the second user. Sorry, I keep forgetting. He's agreeing with the current mindset. What's it with all these like second users, second Hokages having the more? Let's see. We should do this kind of thing. Let's see, being the less heroic kind of. Let's see figures, but I don't know, or like. Being a bit more anti-hero, I guess.
Well, I guess they know how messed up the world can be, so they're like, "Nah, let's let him do what he's got to do. Don't sugarcoat all that."
Yeah, no, granted, but let's see. But my criticism...
I mean, let's be fair, guys. Do we want another situation where a protagonist, oh my god, what's it called? Hyperventilates over something? I'm pretty sure nobody wants that again.
Yeah. Granted, granted, the way the second Hokage does things is probably a great discussion for another day for a Naruto video. But that's just what I'm just referencing. But yeah. But anyway, back to like the second user. It's possible that since he agrees with what Midoriya's current mindset is, though he does comment about if there was something to like help Midoriya or like stop him right now, he's probably thinking of Class 1A. So. Whether or not, so who knows? He might try and help Midoriya by using this, trying to get him to use his quirk to escape. But we have yet to find out what this quirk is. But yeah,
invisibility. No, I don't think it's that. It could be, but I don't think it's invisibility.
I don't know. The only thing that we can notice about, let's see, the second user is that he's got some sort of like laser arm cannon on his arm, on his left arm, I believe, right?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
So it might be something related to that, but we've yet to see and all that stuff. So who knows? But yeah, I do like how this is just again how desperate Midoriya's fighting. He ends up losing his mask, which you're a bit upset about.
I know, he looked so cool. Hey guys, why? We had the best design too.
But who knows? Whether or not that implies that Midoriya, let's see, but whether or not Midoriya can retrieve it, we'll have yet to see. Because remember, when Naruto's escaping from Iruka and the Leaf Ninja that was supposed to keep him in prison, he did recover his Leaf headband, even though he completely discarded it in Boruto.
What's a Boruto?
Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, Lucky Chi. I'm just never going to get over that, but heck.
No, what's a Boruto? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Lucky Chi. Oh, Lucky Chi.
This is what happened. This is what the month of April has done to me, guys. I need the joking side to come out.
Yeah. Yeah. The
And
last few months have not been kind to you, Lucky Chi, but yeah.
Say what now?
The last few months have not been kind to you.
I mean, okay, to be fair, compared to April, I've gotten better, so.
But yeah, Midoriya's just like really just desperate to just get him to leave him alone. It's even though he understands what they're doing. It's like, no, I just don't want you involved, even though they're like, we want to be involved, damn it. Let's see, but yeah, I do, but yeah, I really like how I really like with like Sugar Man's with C thing. Granted, Sugar Man hasn't really interacted with, has a big moment with Midoriya, but using that probably
you could make this one count. Okay, if it comes to like future content, I could definitely see this being a reference now.
Yeah, feeding airy candy apples together. But yeah.
Deku said, "I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Not even Eri can sway me." Okay, like, he's gone down that route, guys. He said, Mm-mm.
"Yeah," and those who are and let's see, Midoriya and Eri fanboys, and what I mean by that, I mean by sibling. Let's see, those that like him in a sibling way. Let's see, let's see.
I was about to say, I'm like, don't go the other direction, because
don't go the other direction, you sickos.
I'm sure they exist, but yeah.
But no, seriously, get that stuff out of the gutter. We're talking about, let's see, siblings here, or sibling, like, let's see, friendship, not
big brother, little sister type, yeah.
Yeah, brother sister thing, not the other thing, but yeah. Anyway, before I make things any more weird, let's see. I like
keep going.
I do like how Shoto ends up with reminding Midoriya about when the last time he told Midoriya it was okay to cry. Let's see, during like, fun enough, which was also the Hideout Raid arc, which involved Eri. It's like,
was it?
Yeah, remember? Let's see, Midoriya was on a lot of pressure because of like the whole learning about what happened with Eri and All Might's dying, and he didn't want to cry, but Shoto says, it's okay to cry, dude. So yeah.
I gotta go back and check that. Maybe I'm misremembering, but
yeah. So anyway, but it's something I kind of forgot to mention in the final panel, Lucky Chi, is that when Tsuruya's making her speech, there's a car that's shown, and I think it looks like All Might's car there.
Is it? Let me see. Wait, in the final panel?
Let's see, in the second last panel, it's in the last page. Just, can you see it?
I'm trying to look.
Come on. We don't have all day. But yeah.
On the last page? Let me see.
Yeah, last page. When it says, when she goes that speech of when when we're scared together, cry together, and all that stuff.
I don't see the car. Oh, the car. I thought you said card. I was like, I don't see any. Okay, yeah, I see
car.
I thought you said card. I was like, I don't see any card anywhere. And then, okay, yeah.
All Might's car. That looks like All Might's car, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, that makes sense. More sense. No, you're good. You're good. I just misheard.
Let's see, but yeah. But
yeah, I see it.
I'll probably get more into that later. But at first, I just want to comment. I do like Tsuruya's words here about how if Midoriya's hurting, we'll hurt too, and all that stuff, and like how they want to do this all together, kind of thing. And this is apparently why the cover page is thing. So it looks like this is building up for Surya to do something next chapter at least. I think I saw some, previews saying that it'll be the climax of, let's say, Midoriya versus Class 1A, though I'm expecting it to be at least 2 more chapters. But yeah.
Ochiko, careful. You've got some competition now.
Yeah, but that's one thing I want to comment on. It seems that this has brought up some Midoriya and Suyu shippers getting all excited.
Yep, I'm telling you. Ochiko better watch out.
Maybe, though. I think, Suyu's pretty supportive of, Ochiko and...
Oh, I know.
From what we can see from some panels. But I have seen some Midoriya and Suyu fans get excited, and I've seen some Uraraka and Bakugo shippers being all like, let's see. I knew Midoriya and Ochiko don't have that strong a bond or that romantic bond. They don't really, or something like that. I don't know. It's a bit weird.
I mean, okay, let's be fair. The series isn't done yet. So if the series ends, we could either get a hero situation where we have Ochiko and Deku get together, like how Haru and Ellie got together from Rave, or, well, not so in Lucy still yet to be determined, but we could get that, or we go the Kishi route, which nobody wants that. I'm just going to say that right now. No one wants that.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. As far as I know, I'm pretty certain the manga has definitely implied Midoriya and Ochitako, but
Oh, for sure.
I don't know that Uraraka and Bakugo seems to be a popular pairing, which I find a bit weird because it feels a bit more of a crack ship to me, really.
Yeah, if you see it on Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen it on Twitter, and I think I've seen some, Nahina Sasusaku fans ship it, which...
Quite fitting. Although, I don't know. Bakugo hasn't treated Ochiko like that much of a...
I mean, to be honest, they haven't really interacted since their fight in Sports Festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, there hasn't been that much hostility, so it's still weird. It's still weird, but
I mean, to be honest, there hasn't been really much. So it's like I don't really get why people just really invested. I
think it's the concept of it. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
you've got those little concepts that people are like, oh, okay, so those two. That's my guess. I think.
So an edgy bad boy with a good girl or something.
Yeah, I mean, what was he? What was Harry Potter? Was it Draco and Hermione? I think. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, which thank God that one didn't happen.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. I mean, though whether or not J.K. Rowling's having regrets with Hermione and Ron, I'm so glad it wasn't Hermione and Draco.
Yeah, at least she admitted that. Yeah, I think Harry and Hermione should have ended up together, which it's funny because I was talking to my cousin about that the other day, and he was like, yeah, nah, it should have been those two. I was like,
yeah. Now, granted, that's not really the main issue people have with, Harry Potter or, J.K. Rowling.
No, of course not.
Now, granted, that's not to say that Now, granted, I will say this with Harry Potter,
even though... At least had a good conclusion. I gave Harry Potter that. I like that it had a really good ending. Yeah.
So it goes to show, certain fans of, the ending of Naruto with Boruto thing. It's not just people don't like it because of the shipping. That's not necessarily the case because not everyone liked the shipping conclusion with Harry Potter or Avatar, but yet those series are still fondly remembered, and those endings are regarded as, for most part, very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto, on the other hand, wasn't. Now, granted. Now, granted, for all we know, My Hero Academia could end up just screwing over the ships for that everyone wanted in the end, but it could still have a good ending or not. But yeah, who knows? Now, I'm not saying that, if Midoriya and Ochiko don't get together and Midoriya with Suyu get together.
I'll be honest, if we get Deku and Suyu, okay, would I be not peeved? Would I be a little what's the word called? A bit upset? Yeah, sure. I'd be like, oh, man, I think those two should have gotten together, but I don't think Deku and Suyu is going to be.
But it's more of it depends on how everything else is executed.
To me, that's the most important thing. It's not the ships; it's the story itself. How does that conclusion go?
Yeah.
Like, is it like because people always talk about this with me? Like, what's more important, the journey of the series or the destination? And to me, as cool as the journey could be, if the destination is not great, then I don't think it matters how good the journey was initially. You know?
I mean, for me, when Naruto's ending has, granted, I was perhaps hyper focused on the shipping at the time because of like how intense the shipping wars are, but time goes on, I'm more unsatisfied with everything else that comes with it. But also, granted, I still absolutely despise the ships that became canon, but
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that I'm also a bit dissatisfied with, like the ending as well.
Well, okay. The only ship I know everyone's completely fine with is Shikamaru and Tamari. That's the only ship that I can get behind.
And even then, in the final manga panel, they didn't look all that happy.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh well, but yeah. But anyway, before that, let's see. One thing, let's see. There's a few more things I want to get on to this review and all that stuff. One thing I found interesting is the fact that All Might's car is here.
Is it a setup? It could be. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a setup.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is, let's see, if Midoriya eventually just finally, if Koei's going with like Midoriya going back with Class 1A and stuff, if the thing that finally pushes it through is like All Might trying to say the words he tried to say to Midoriya when he left him. You remember those words?
I remember. Okay, I don't remember the words per se, but I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
See, and like I said, I could still see Class 1A taking Deku back. It's not that I can't see it, because I have said that possibility can happen. I don't know though. The fact that you had Stain like a few chapters back makes me wonder a few things, and that's why I'm still kind of just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but let's see. Because we do know, I think All Might is eventually going to tell Midoriya that do your best. You deserve to rest, because like he needs to tell Midoriya that. And who knows? This might be, as this fight is going on, this might be when All Might says it once, Class 1A has managed to wear out Midoriya or snapping out enough about it enough, because who knows? And this might be where All Might and him rejoin Class 1A. But yeah. But there's clearly something going on with Stain right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows? That might be it. But of course, I'm expecting Ochiko and Ida to have big moments with Midoriya, because they are the two closest friends he has in class. Now, granted, it seems for the most part you had majority of like the side students in this one, with the exception of maybe like Tokoyami, Shoto, Bakugo, and let's see, Momo Yazurozu doing it. Granted, I expect everyone in Class 1A to get a moment in this fight. Let's see, the ones that are left are, of course, let's see, To Hagiki, or Invisible Girl, Mineta, Kirishima, let's see, and Ashido, and Aoyama, along with Ida and Ochiko. Granted, I do expect probably some more from Shoto, because he's like currently got Midoriya trapped.
Will he be trapped for long?
And Suyu. So yeah, I expect them all to take some part in the next few chapters. But yeah, but I have a feeling that Midoriya will break free from the ice.
I do too.
I mean, after all, he's supposed to be as strong as All Might is right now. But granted, he is worn out.
And like I said, there is still the second quirk, so that I think can definitely lead to something for sure.
But it would be very interesting to find out that instead of like fighting a villain, it ends up being his friends, which activates the second quirk.
Ironic.
But yeah. So there's that. But anyway, let's get into a little bit about what let's see, something that Momo Yazurozu ended up saying, because this is something I want to talk about. Let's see, is like hold on, let me just get it up. About how they intend to like join Midoriya on his mission and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and let's see. So it might imply, and I kind of mentioned this about, let's see. But at the moment, their current priority is to make sure that Midoriya is safe and all that stuff, probably and rested as well. So it might imply that Class 1A isn't trying to bring Midoriya fully back into the school, but go out on the mission with him as well. Because I know that, okay, they want Midoriya to join them in Class 1A, but it might imply that they're also going to go out on missions with him as well to take on All For One, which is both of perhaps what some in the fandom want with Midoriya coming back to Class 1A, and those that want Midoriya to just, go out on these missions and all that stuff, not go back into the school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a possibility, but we have yet to see it yet. But yeah. Let's see. So, is there anything else you want to comment on, Lucky Chi?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, aside from Mineta and Toru, I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Like I said, I personally want to see Deku get out of this and see what he does after this. Because, personally for me, I think the trauma of him, like, escaping from his friends and all that, I think that would add more to his character development, if anything. But, like I said, I'm open to the idea of Class 1A taking him back, but that's like I've been saying. I think that's the predictable route when it comes to the end result of the fight.
Well, we have to see, because on one hand, you've got let's see, Midoriya going back might be predictable, but some might also say like, oh, Midoriya escaping is also predictable because, let's see, the K11, or at least the Sasuke retrieval team, tried to retrieve Sasuke, but he escaped in the end. So, yeah.
Well, there's a difference, though, because at least with this, Deku's, like, the main protagonist, though. That's the difference here, yeah.
But, yeah. So, it'll be very interesting, but, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, on one hand, I think I've become a bit more supportive of the idea of Midoriya coming back to Class 1A with the last two chapters, with just, I don't know, the way of how everyone's just showing their concern and wanting to bear the burden with him and all that stuff. So I can be a bit more, so I'm a bit more open to it than probably more others are, because I know there's some that'll be like very upset if this does happen. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, sorry, what?
No, go on.
So I don't know. I think it's time to overall give like a score of this chapter and all that stuff, and I think I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, let's see. On one hand, well, I'm a bit disappointed that Ida and Ochiko didn't, do something at the beginning, but clearly they're saved up to do something towards the end of the fight, probably. And I liked how what everyone's movesets they used, and using their arguments of like Midoriya is to come back, or why they should help them out on the mission, or reminding the times of when they're friends, and how we see how Midoriya is able to intercept their movements and that stuff, but he is constantly being surrounded by one friend after another, and it's sort of wearing him down and all that stuff, where the point he loses his mask. And then you get that speech by Suyu in the end, and possibly the return of All Might. So yeah, overall it's a 9 out of 10 chapter for me.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's an amazing chapter for me, which it equates to a 9 out of 10. My only gripe with the chapter, I'm trying to think. Part of it is because I kind of wanted to see more from the chapter, but okay, I did feel like the speeches was a little repetitive, just because, like, I get the point that was being addressed, but I was also just kind of like, see, I get where y'all are going with this, but I feel like y'all might have overplayed it just a little bit. But you can call it nitpicking, but that's the only gripe you could say I had with the chapter. Maybe the color page too. Maybe. So it's like half and half. Half of being on the color page and the other half being on, well, that.
But yeah. But yeah. But I suppose one of the reasons why this chapter seems a bit fast is because, well, it's a fighting chapter. Fighting chapters tend to be quick. regardless of the.
Well, we don't want an Naruto situation. How long was the Obito fight again? Like 10 chapters.
That was like
That was long.
2 volumes, I think, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. Overall, it's a good chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one, which might be the climax of the fight. I'm Blue Star Saber.
I'm Lucky Chi.
And we are signing off. Plus Ultra, everyone.
Plus Ultra.
Thank you, and goodbye.